Hey everyone. So I want to talk to you about what it's like to have ADHD. I think most of you know, but it's still important to talk about. So for me, this is what it's like. So you've got over here this wonderful book that I'm reading, and I'm reading, and I'm reading, and up, a squirrel comes in and distracts me. That is what ADHD is like. This tiny, cute little squirrel that you think is defenseless comes and distracts you. And then, what happens next? Oh, I start to make dinner. And then all of a sudden, this darn little squirrel comes in and distracts me. So what do I end up doing? I don't know what I end up doing. I might pick up my book, and now all of a sudden, this book that used to be a book is no longer a book, but in fact a squirrel. And that's what ADHD is like. I had tests this week, so out comes my anatomy book, my muscles function and testing book, and then what comes along with them? A squirrel. Because it's not always possible for me, at least, to focus on the things that I care to focus on. What I want to do when a test is coming up is focus on the books and not this cute little squirrel. So down here is a picture that represents my spouse, because it is in fact her picture. And sometimes we have conversations that I need to be present for. But what happens is that these squirrels come in and completely block out her picture. Now, squirrels with my wife can be anything as small as there happens to be some dust in the corner of the ceiling that I want to take care of. And so for the rest of our conversation, I'm thinking about dust instead of thinking about how her day at work was. Other times, it's time to vacuum. It's time to get my house clean, just like it's often time to do the meals. And what happens? You're vacuuming one room, and then all of a sudden there are these squirrels in here, and you're in the bathroom cleaning out the bathroom cupboards. Your whole point was to vacuum, but squirrels happened, and all of a sudden the cupboards need to be cleaned out. And then finally, there's the cat. I put the cat here because his name is Moo, and I care about him very much. He's very cute, one of my two cats. But even with him, sometimes there are squirrels. The other night, my wife was away, and so I was the one that had to feed them at their 6 o'clock meal. I didn't get off the train till like 6:20, and so that would have been fine to go home and feed them right away, but instead I went to the grocery store because I had a squirrel in my head, and my cats didn't eat till about 7:30. Those were some hungry boys. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what it's like to have adult ADHD.